Well, I'm Christopher Webster. I'm in the School of Art. I'm a lecturer. I teach mostly photography and aspects of art history. There's a research methodology here which is very broad and allows students to grow within themselves as opposed to being given or directed in terms of a house style. We don't have a house style. I think it's very important that we allow our students to be empowered to find their own direction through consultation with staff and helping them to find their pathway. We have, of course, at the end of the academic year, a big degree show. So the whole building becomes a gallery. And our public gallery is downstairs because, of course, we're an accredited museum and gallery as well. They become part of the show, so we have the postgraduates exhibiting downstairs and the undergraduates in the rest of the building. And that's open to the public, so that's their first major exhibition. The department is incredibly well equipped. We've got huge studio spaces, traditional dark rooms, fully equipped Mac suite, studio spaces for them to experiment with installation, and so that, drawing painting studios, of course. So it's very broad and very varied. And the ground floor, the basement floor, is dedicated to printmaking. We also, of course, have ISP, which is interdisciplinary studio practice, where students can move across media and begin to experiment with more contextual, conceptual studies in terms of their practice. So we have this very broad approach to art making in conjunction with a very broad approach to art thinking. And really the jewel in the crown of the department is our collection of art. We actively collect graphic works of art, which is watercolours, drawings, prints and photographs. For example, we have the largest collection of Italian photography outside of Italy. We've got a growing collection of German photography, which is my research interest from between the two wars. And the collection's in this building, so it's not in another place, it's all here. So they can get access to that immediately and go and explore that collection. We're actively encouraging our students to engage in exhibitions, looking at artist residencies beyond their degree, beyond the postgraduate degree, so that they're actually getting a taste and a flavour of life out there as well. And we've been very successful in that. Lots of our students have been exhibited on a national stage and even on an international stage, where their work is in group and often solo exhibitions as well. We're all practicing artists or art historians, so we're all exhibiting ourselves, our staff, and publishing books and journal articles and going to conferences and giving papers. And we have a network of people that we're involved with as well. And often that network comes into play in terms of getting students places with people to go and talk to them, or to work with an artist or an art historian. So there's a broader umbrella beyond the department as well that we engage them with as well. I'm looking for individuals who, first of all, are really engaged and excited by what they're doing. I think that's key. They should also have a strong idea of where they want to go. We don't tie them to that, but just so that they have an idea of where they'd like to go with their practice or their research. The other thing which I think is very important, which I stress to my students, is that they are always revisionist in terms of historical approaches, questioning what's been written about photography, the things we say, as much as the things they read and see, so that they are challenging us as much as we're challenging them. I just think Aberystwyth is a unique place. I think that's the key thing. It's a place which has a unique environment, which I mentioned earlier, but it's in terms of the atmosphere here, it's a small town, but with a big feel to it, and I think that's primarily to do with the university's presence here. So you have a sense of internationality about it, and our students come to us from all over the world, from Africa, Asia and the Americas and Europe. So we have our students, so the town reflects that international feel.
Anything else you want to add about the department or any kind of...
You can go and sit on the seafront and drink beer and watch dolphins in the summer.